Good afternoon, everybody. What is going on? I am jeffgrantMEDIA. In today's real user review, we are going to be talking about the brand new Metrorunner from Greenroom 136. This is the third in the Metro series lineup, and a pretty awesome bag. I'm very stoked on this bag because I got a little bit of a sneak peek before it was announced. Patrick had messaged me, asked me some of my thoughts, showed me a few preliminary mock-ups of what the bag might look like, and I'm stoked with how this thing came out. So let's go ahead and give you a quick rundown of some of the specs, and then we'll go ahead and get on into the review. You have two options with the Metrorunner: the straight up Metrorunner and then the Metrorunner Tactical. And as you can see, I went with the tactical version. Now, I did this for two reasons. Cosmetically, I like the way the tactical looks. I really dig the morale patch and the MOLLE webbing, and I knew for my purposes, what I was intending to use this bag for, the MOLLE would be really good for me because I have my pencil with my little touchpad rubbery thing in the front there, which I can keep on the outside of the bag for quick, easy access. I have an extra carabiner here where I clip my mask if I need to throw that on there before I walk out the door. My hand sanitizer and my germ bomb, and my brass key that I can grab off here because it's just attached on a little carabiner, so I can pull this off to open doors. This also works for touchpads and whatnot. Really, it's a cosmetic difference. That's the difference. You have your morale patch, your MOLLE webbing, and your tag is on the side. Your branding tag is on the side, where the non-tactical version is just a plain front with your tag right in the zone where the morale patch would be. Both of these bags are 6 liters and both offer the 2 compartments, so that's really the only difference. They're both 1000D poly-coated exteriors with, I believe, a 420D interior also coated, so that's going to help with a little bit of that water resistance. And yes, I have had this bag in the rain, just like a few of my other Greenroom 136 products, and everything inside the bag stayed dry. And so I can attest, for a walk through the rain, your stuff is going to definitely stay dry. One of the really cool features of this bag is it has these two, they're on both sides, they're contactless card slots. There is an internal seam in the middle of the bag, and there are 2 of them on either side, so it's not one big pouch, but there's some Velcro closure. And what this is for is like trains, subways, anything like that. They use the contactless cards. You'd slide that in there, and then you don't have to take the bag off. You can simply sling your bag over, scan it, and go through the turnstile and just keep on walking. Both styles have a grab handle and the air mesh back. Now, the back isn't super padded, but this is only a 6-liter bag, so you don't really need a super thick back panel because you're not going to be carrying a massive load. And the goal of this bag is to kind of keep it light and simple, so adding more padding is just going to make the bag heavier and more bulky. There are 4 D-rings in the back of the bag for things like a cross strap or any additional attachment points, and compression straps on both sides. The regular Metrorunner comes in at 280 Malaysian ringgit, and the tactical version comes in at 300 Malaysian ringgit. On today's conversion, that is about 67.50 USD and 72.50 USD. Okay, so I said my intended purposes of this bag, and I said my quarantine bag. So let's start by showing you what this bag replaced for me. So that cheap little fanny pack is something I just picked up at Walmart at the very beginning of this quarantine. It was something that I can keep hand sanitizer in. I had a pen, I had a brass key, extra mask. It didn't fit much. I think that was only like a 2-liter bag, something like that. It was very small, 2 or 3 liter bag. And I didn't wear it as a fanny pack. I just would sling it over my shoulder. It wasn't very comfortable, but I didn't really wear it for very long. It was the grocery running bag. It was the gotta go get gas in the car bag. It was just that something that had pretty much just to carry the hand sanitizer, an extra mask, the brass key, and like some nitrile gloves or something I might have had in there. So this replaced that and became so much more. So let's go ahead and start with the negatives so we can end on a positive note. The zipper pulls. As you can see, I have poorly fastened some paracord on here, but they were extremely jangly. So they're big fat YKK zippers, so they're super good, they're super sturdy, but they are big pull tabs and they are loud. They were just jangly. So my solution was simply to just tie some paracord on here, and it totally stopped the jingling. I think I've seen a few other people do this. They just actually just cut the actual zipper pull off, and I'll braid. I don't like to do little knots. I'm not very good at the little paracord knots. It takes me a while to get them to look nice and pretty, so I probably will braid some nicer knots and put them on there and just totally remove the pull tabs. I didn't do that yet because I wanted to keep the bag as original as possible for the review. So once the review's done, I'm totally gonna mod the bag out so it can fit my personal needs better. And really, that's it. That's the only negative I found with this bag. It was super loud, jangly zippers, but they're YKK zippers. They're nice, they're fat. The zippers themselves are very sturdy. A neutral point to note is because this is supposed to be like a simple offering, I'm calling this my GOG bag. There are no storm flaps, so the zippers aren't covered and accessible. So if it is raining, you're gonna want to keep your zipper pulls off to the side, because all zippers, they're gonna gap a little bit in between the pulls. So you're gonna want to keep the gap off to the side so you don't get any water or anything on top, because sometimes, I mean, if it's not raining, I'll usually just keep my zipper pulls in the center, because when you sling the bag around, it's easier to open close the bag if they're right in the middle. But if it's raining, you're going to want to keep them off to the side. That's just a little point of note. There's no storm flaps on this bag. Really, that's it. It's the only negative I've experienced, was that these zipper pulls were super loud. But really, that's it. Moving past the negatives, let's go ahead and hear from Jeff in the field. So I'm on my way for my once-a-month trip to Walmart. Not my favorite place to go, but if you want to get dog food and not pay an arm and a leg for it, and a couple other things, you kind of have to stop there once a month. This was my intended purpose for my Metrorunner. I call it my GOG bag, my get out and go bag, because I need to have things like a mask and hand sanitizer, and I have one of those little brass keys for doors and ATMs and touchpads. My intended purpose for this bag was when I need to leave the house when I'm not going to work, for the running around, the grocery shopping, the errands, and you just needed to have all that extra stuff with you now because, you know, COVID and all. So this was my intentional purpose. A trip like this, running to Walmart to just pick up some groceries and then get back to the house. Or, you know, running out to get gas, going to the ATM, stuff like that, that I always had the mask, the brass key, the hand sanitizer, and there's a couple, like some ibuprofen and whatnot, which you may or may not have seen yet, in the bag, and some gloves, some like nitrile gloves and stuff. So this was my original purpose for the bag, but it has become so much more than my GOG bag. Yes, this was intended to be my GOG bag, my get out and go bag. But as I said, it has become so much more. It has become my daily carry if I'm not bringing a computer with me to work, because I can fit everything that I need and it's super, super comfortable to wear. I really fell in love with this bag. The positives are great. Let's start with the outside. I love the exterior. I got my my zombie outbreak patch here. As I was talking about earlier, I love how the MOLLE is just perfect attachment points for my pens. I have a Sharpie, my pen if I need to sign any receipts, touchpad. I can clip a mask on here, my germ bomb, my brass key, and then we have quick access to our front pocket and our main pocket. Everything that I need is in here. Our organization is great. So one thing that I've been putting in this bag that when I was using a straight up GOG bag that I didn't have is my battery bank and some cables. This has battery bank, iPhone charging cables, some rando cables. Most of the stuff that I use is Apple products, so pretty much one lightning cable will cover me. I'll throw a second one in there if we're doing a trip with my wife, because she also has an iPhone, but there's some other rando cables in here, so I can charge other devices. This is the only thing that if I'm not using this daily as my EDC bag, I'll take this out and throw this back in my backpack, but it fits in here and I still have plenty of room for anything else. So let's do the rundown. The strap is adjustable. You pretty much just set it and forget it. It is quick release, so you can pop it on and off if you need to. That's really great because if you are wearing like a rain jacket, I haven't worn anything thick because it's summertime here, so I haven't worn it over a thick jacket, which that would probably come in handy if you have something like a hood and like a winter jacket. This would be great with the quick release. But other than that, the strap is it's the same strap that you find in some of the other Metro series bags. It comes off, so it is removable. It's got the 2-inch webbing, and I like it because now it kind of creates its own stopper, so the buckle's not going to slide up and the bag's going to kind of stay where I have it. It's not going to choke up on you. That sucks. That's uncomfortable when the bag starts to choke up on you. So the strap being the 3-piece Velcro here, and it comes in great because then you're kind of locking your strap in, so you're going to have a lot less of your strap slippage going on. And the handle comes in great for the car because it's such a light and easy bag. I can just grab the handle, pull it across the car seat, and go. Comfort-wise, super, super comfortable to wear. I wore this thing at the amusement park we were there for like 4 or 5 hours, but I actually didn't take any B-roll because half the time I forgot I had the bag on. It was super comfortable. I didn't even realize I was wearing it. When we went on some rides with her, I'd throw it in the stroller, and I wasn't wearing it on the rides, but just walking around, I forgot I had the bag on. As you can see, I wear the bag a little bit looser, and that's by design for me because I can access the bag a lot easier, slide it around, and it's such a light bag, I don't need it super tight and secure to my body because I'm gonna need to grab certain things out of the bag from the inside, so having the ability to just sling it around my body super quick and super easy is great. And like I said, the bag is small. It's only 6 liters, so I don't need to have it super tight and secure against my body for to carry that heavy load. So you can wear it a little bit looser, and you can still be very, very comfortable with the bag. So it just makes it so much easier to swing the bag back and forth to access it. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the internal organization of this bag. The front compartment is about a 2-inch expandable compartment. This is great. It's got a D-ring for my keys, which I definitely do utilize when I'm going inside stores. And you have 4 ultimate pockets that I am using all of right now, plus excess space here. This space for me is where I'll throw my cell phone and my keys when I'm going into the store. That fits everything that I need in here and my little extras perfectly. So I keep a little Swiss Army knife in here, an extra pen and Sharpie, extra sanitizer. Gotta have the good stuff that smells good for the daughter. Some little med pack with some aspirin, some ibuprofen, stuff like that, and a couple nitrile gloves. And all of that fits in the front here very, very easily, and it's all super, super accessible. I can pop it all back in. And this is a thicker Swiss Army knife, so this fits in one of the pen slots very easily. And all of this stuff goes right back in pretty easily. And all of it is super, super easy to access with the bag on me. That's why I generally leave the zippers right in the center, so when I slide it around, I can just get in there, get out, and then I can zip it right back up, and I'm good to go. Now the main compartment, this is where I have all of my other organization, which right now, honestly, it's mostly just full of masks. I have my buff. I have one of my GR masks. I have my cheap cotton mask because I'm going to get a haircut in a couple of days, so I want to have the cheap mask just in case. And it's also a nice extra clean one that I can give to my wife if she forgets her mask, because she does not like buffs, so she can go ahead and wear my cheap mask. My battery bank, because I have an EDC in this bag. Keep a little Right in the Rain tablet with a pen. And then I haven't utilized the straps yet, but these are the ear saver straps from Greenroom. I've just found the masks to be super comfortable with just the shock cord webbing, so I haven't actually used them yet. And this is just an extra bag. It's always nice to have a little extra plastic bag laying around. I just had it with something, so I threw it back in there, and I have all of this extra space, so I still have plenty of room inside this bag. And again, it's super easy to pack. Everything just slides in and out of here pretty quickly, except I didn't fold my buff very well, so that didn't slide in and out. Everything goes right back in. Done. The Greenroom 136 Metrorunner. Wow, this bag really, really surprised me. Its intended use was to be my GOG bag to replace that cheap fanny pack I got at Walmart to just carry some sanitizer, brass key, pen, mask, some gloves. Just grab it as I walked out the door. It hung on a hook right next to my hat, so I grabbed my hat, I grabbed my little sling, and I'd go. And I did use this for that purpose for a couple of days, and then I quickly realized that this bag is so much more. I mean, it's become my EDC. I normally EDC is CHZ22, and I have a bunch of crap that I don't really need every single day, and I realized that all I really needed was to take out my battery bank and throw it in here, and I've got pretty much everything that I possibly could need for an entire day away from the house. And inversely, if I take this battery bank out, it lightens this thing up so much that, I mean, it's right back to my GOG bags. Like, if I do need to make like a Walmart run, and I know I'm gonna be there because it's Walmart and you get trapped there for an hour, I don't need my cell phone charger because I'm not touching my cell phone. I try to keep that in the bag and not use it while I'm in the store. I'll take this out, and this thing is so much lighter without the battery bank in there that you totally even forget you're wearing this. So it's dual purpose for me. It's my EDC, throw this back in it, zipper back up. Now it's my EDC for the entire day. Take it back out, and it's just back to GOG bag. I mean, this bag is super handy. I honestly did not think that I'd be using this bag this much. I never thought like a 6-liter bag would be like my daily grab and go bag for my EDC. It's just perfect. I really love it. Super simple. I mean, 2 compartments, some external lashing, and it fits everything I need for the day. I mean, I do carry a bunch of paper products, my checkbook, a journal, video log, stuff like that. But I don't use that stuff every single day. In fact, I only use my checkbook once a month, so I don't really need to carry that with me anyway. And all that was simply replaced by one little Write in the Rain tablet and a pen. And that just goes right in there. And I could still fit my video journal in there, which is where I do notes for videos I'm gonna make, any notes, scripts that I need to write for videos that I'm making. I like to keep that with me a lot because I'm always trying to think of new ideas. So that fits in here no problem. I did have that in here for a couple of days, but when we went to Knoebels last weekend, I took it out because I didn't want to lose it or didn't need it in here, so I didn't have anything extra that I didn't need. I just pulled right out of here, and I just simply didn't put it back in. But it's not a very large notebook, fits in here no problem. If you do carry like a tablet or a laptop's obviously not going to fit in here. A tablet's really not going to fit in here either. Something super small and thin might fit in here, but it's not intended to be like your tablet carry. If you want to keep a smaller sling and carry a tablet, the Metrorunner is probably going to where you want to be, because that's a little bit bigger. I believe that's a 9-liter bag, so that gives you a lot more space. It's a little higher and everything like that, so you can definitely fit something like that. So the Metrorunner from Greenroom 136, yeah, buy this bag. You need this in your life. You don't even realize how much you need this in your life. This bag has been such a surprise for me. I'm very stoked that I got this bag. So thank you, Greenroom, for sending me the Metrorunner to check out. I actually use this bag way more than I thought I would. It's gone above and beyond. I love it. I absolutely love this bag, just like every other Greenroom product. I mean, they're built to last. These things have a lifetime warranty on them. I mean, they're great. I mean, any manufacturer's defects that happen, you're covered. I have not had any issues with any of my Greenroom products. They are super built up, super sturdy bags. I mean, I've been using this thing for a month almost daily, and it looks, minus a couple of the dog hairs, it still looks like I just took it out of the bag. I mean, this thing's been kicked around. There is dirt and food and glitter underneath the stroller. This was down underneath the stroller, and none of that crap stuck to it, which is actually very surprising. I thought this thing would be covered in glitter by now, but it's a beast of a bag. I mean, it might look mini, but it is certainly mighty. So if you were looking at the Greenroom 136 Metrorunner, 100% pull the trigger on this thing. It's great for like, what, $72.50 for the tactical and $67.50 for the regular version. It's a no-brainer. I mean, it's super cheap, it's great, it's durable, handmade, and you're supporting a small independent company. Come on. So if you're on the fence, just pull the trigger. This thing is great. I'm super stoked on this bag. So if you like this video or any of my other videos, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Smash that big red button and ring that bell right next to it so you get notifications next time I post a brand new video. Good night.